Hey there, garden friends. It's Heather at Bush Poppy Farm. It is July 1st. It is 58 degrees and foggy here at the farm. It's actually not that much warmer at my house, just no fog. Um, I'm. I wanted to. I have to basically have to drop off a bunch of stuff out here today. I'm not feeling very well, so I'm just gonna sow some sunflowers and then get back home. But I wanted to show you, when I say fog, the fog we have here coming in from the coast is not stationary fog. It moves, and it moves fast. Here, take a look. Hopefully you can see how it's moving through the valley here. It moves really fast, which makes fog collection here a really great option because it's consistently moving. So the fog droplets, the water droplets, get stuck on the mesh material much easier than in a stationary fog. And summertime and into early fall is our highest fog season. So, the interior of California is quite hot. Where I'm at, 100 degrees or more in the summertime, and of course all the wildfires. But then along the coast, you have the fog, and it can be 30 to 40 degrees colder on the coast. So the farm is in this little valley in between the San Francisco Bay and the inland. We are on the other side of what's called the Caldecott Tunnel, and so it is a valley that we're in here. And so it is its own microclimate. It does get hot out here so far. We've seen some high temperatures in the 90s, but I don't think anything in the hundreds yet. However, the summer has just started, so we'll see. We also have there's plenty of fire danger here, so that's not different. But it'll be interesting to see if I can collect water with this fog collection system. I'll show you the parts that I have for it, but then I'm going to build it out in a separate video. Like I said, I'm not feeling that great today, so I'm not going to, and it's really windy, and I think I'm going to need two people to help do this because the pieces are long. So take a look. So what we have here is 10-foot long length of gutter, two 10-foot long lengths of 3/4 inch PVC. We have a downspout that is going to take the water out of the gutter and put it into the bucket. We have our 10 by 5 shade cloth, and then two rebar posts that are going to get sunk into the ground to hold the PVC. So the one PVC pipe will stay 10 feet long. We'll put elbows on the ends of that, cut the other PVC pipe into half, so there's two 5-foot sides. The rebar will get hammered into the ground, the 5-foot sides will go on it, so then you're going to have basically a rectangle from which you hang the shade cloth, and then the gutter goes underneath. I'm going to cut this gutter in half and put this in the middle so that the bucket will be in the middle and the water will run. The gutter will be slightly angled on the edges so that the water will run to the center into a sealed bucket so that it doesn't evaporate, and also so that critters and other things don't get into it. So that's how the system's going to work. I am going to have to use guy wires to tie it down because it's very windy here and it'll just flop all over the place and get pulled down. So that is the plan for that, and I'm going to do it in a separate video. Like I said, I'm not feeling that great today, so today I'm just going to unload this stuff from the car, put it over by the greenhouse. I'm going to sow some sunflowers because I'm really behind on that in the sunflower bed, and repair. I see that the Bio 360 has come up in that bed, so I need to tack it back down. And then I'm going to head home. I'm going to sow some more amaranth. It's a 75-day crop, so I have plenty of time to grow a whole bunch of amaranth for late summer, early fall, and I'm looking forward to that. If it does as well as it did just the few plants that I did already this year, it'll be great to have that for late summer bouquets and also early fall. yeah, so that's the status. Also, I'm going to need to harvest sunflowers from the dahlia bed. This is great. Oh, one of my corn stalks blew over. That's a bummer. Sunflowers are ready here, so I'm going to start taking these out. These will go into CSA bouquets this week. And yeah, the zinnias looking great, getting really big, but too short to be blooming, so I got to top that guy. Yeah, so things are coming along. This is really good. Slow but sure up here, and I think things are actually a little bit faster down in the lower field. Oh, and look at all the squash and everything. I am very, very happy with this. Lots of pumpkins growing, our corn, the small, this guy was seeded 3 weeks after this guy was planted as transplants. And so we already have heads of corn here. You can see they're silks, right? So they've been pollinated, and in fact, they're turning brown, which indicates they have been pollinated by these tassels. And so they won't cross-pollinate with this other variety. That's why we did them at a separate time, but these are forming heads as well. So super exciting. And I really hope that I'm going to get some winter squash. Winter squash is my very favorite. I love it so much, and I haven't been able to grow it at home, so I'm hoping I'll get some. And let's see what else is going on. All the flowers are looking real pretty. Mike did all of the string trimming for me, so boy, does it look so much better. It makes it a lot easier to function here too. Lots of stuff I need to clean up. Clearly, it's been windy, so things are just blowing around. This is definitely not ready for people to come see. The liatris getting ready to pop. So those will be going into bouquets too. These beds looking great. Got some coreopsis about to go here. All the nasturtium are coming up. They look so pretty. Look at this borage plant. That was a single plant. So crazy. And it self-sows, so I will not have to ever start borage from seed again. Oh, and there's some bumble friends. Some bumble friends. Let's see what else to show you. Yeah, all these, everything's looking really good. Look at all this chamomile. I'm going to harvest some of this today too, because I love chamomile tea. And the more I harvest, the more it will continue to produce. So I'm definitely going to take some of that home today. We've got Craspedias starting. These guys are getting close. There's more chamomile over there amidst the borage. Still need to do some weeding out here. But, ooh, the syringium got flattened. And I don't know if that's just the wind. That's not good. This borage fallen over. I think I should just cut it back. I think it just got too heavy for its own good. But boy, do I have a lot of deadheading to do. All the calendula and stuff. And you know, the more you deadhead cut and come again flowers, the more they keep producing. Here's more bumble friends. Hey guys. So calendula, asters, I still need to do some weeding. I see some thistles in there that need to come out. But I love that the dianthus came up. That's black cherry. Yeah, this bed just looks so good. More squashes to harvest. There's a pretty big yellow one. And more zucchini. And this is this one is that white variety. I don't know if you can see it down in there. It's pretty yummy. Oh, there's a huge one there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at this. Let's see if I can get you in there. Look at that guy. Although the end did not continue to produce. Sometimes that's a water issue. Curly like a trombone. All right. So yeah, so I still need to grab a couple of weeds, but for the most part, it's not too bad. And then in the greenhouse, the peppers are looking good. These guys, soil's nice and damp. I don't need to water. I think they're happy in here, even so there's some fruit on Some of these peppers, I'm going to give them a little bit longer. The ones in the pots have gotten big. Ooh, there's a good one right there. Wonder how big this one needs to be. And of course, did I label it? I did label it. Wow, wonder of wonders. Oh, that's a sweet pepper. It's called Carmen. So I'll have to look up and see when to harvest those, because that one looks good. There's a bunch down here, but I have a lot of hot peppers in here because I just love hot peppers. So lots of flowers started and some fruits I'm seeing. Yeah, so I think we're going to get a nice good harvest off of these peppers. And tomatoes coming along great. Producing fruit. Getting no color yet. Uh-oh, this one fell over and broke, so I'm going to have to trim this guy back. I don't think it's going to survive. Plenty of fruit in here as well. And yeah, I just need to tie these up and prune them. Prune away all the yellow leaves and stuff. Trim it up a bit. Oh, and look at that. I think that was potentially munched. So there's that. Sunflowers. These guys are looking good, except all of these here. So the other thing I'm going to do today, this is making me definitely want to do it, even though I'm tired. All of these have their heads clipped off. That's from deer. And those will not produce sunflowers because they are single stem. And basically the deer just removed the flower head. So I will pull all of these and just pop new seeds in those holes. But the rest of them looking real good. So up to about here was transplants, and the rest of these were direct sown. So they're doing well. I think I'm going to go ahead and put up the flower support netting today, even though it's windy, so that the deer will pretty much stay away from it. And this is the Bio 360 that looks like it got completely shredded from the wind. I don't even know if I'll be able to get, yeah, this is like totally messed up. I'm gonna have to put a new layer down, which is fine. I have more. This again is a corn-based product. It is biodegradable completely. And yeah, it doesn't harm the environment. You can till it, literally put it right back into your soil. I generally don't, since I don't till, but that's the way it works. And then ornamental grasses looking okay. Gomphrena coming up. Celosia doing better down there, and the zinnias looking good. These are the ones we transplanted with my sister and my niece. And then the bottom of these two beds here under Bio 360, because like I said, the weed pressure is super high, and I was hoping that this will, at least this season, on this ends that we didn't plant yet, will keep the weed pressure down. But otherwise we're going to be weeding weekly in here. Well, I actually ended up doing a lot more work than I had planned on. And now the sun's out, and I didn't even bring my water out here, so I'm gonna leave. But I'll show you what I did today. So normally I'm not a big fan of landscape fabric, but this stuff right here is heavy duty. And these weeds, thistles and all that stuff are really bad. So for this season, maybe next, I'm gonna keep this area covered. I'd also like to cut it to fit this, because this stuff is not strong enough. It rips really easily, unlike this, which you need a knife to cut. Also, as you can see, I put up the flower support netting for the beds, which actually will really help keep the deer off of the plants. Basically, when they bend down, they feel the net and they just stop. If they really wanted it, they'll figure it out. But so far, that's been working really well. And I seeded more sunflowers, both in the place where the deer had eaten and then further on down. And so I'll get one more sowing in there with some dark autumn colors, probably next week or the week after. I was going to keep going and clear this all out and roll out the fabric and all that kind of stuff, but I think it's better if I go home and eat. I have no water out here, the sun's out, I'm not wearing sunscreen. because I hadn't planned on being out here for that long. So I think it's a better idea to come back and do this tomorrow. Hopefully also build the fog collection thing tomorrow. Just look at that little scene. It makes me so happy. It's so pretty. I think it's exceeded my expectations, honestly. It just looks so lovely. I hope that when we start opening the farm for people to come and do U-picks and stuff, that this will make them smile as well. It just makes me really happy. So that's gonna be it for me today. I'm heading home to have leftovers from dinner last night, which was wild rice, zucchini, yellow squash, yellow bell pepper, fresh garlic, because I harvested the garlic and it's still curing, and this was fresh. It was really spicy and good. And black beans, it was just really yummy. So I'm looking forward to eating that for lunch. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have fun in your garden, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.